Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. It's Wednesday, hump day, and thank goodness the week is flying by, and we are now open for business. Well, the Cowboys are in week 2 of phase 3 workouts, and we all still know that Zack Martin is holding out. He's there working out at the facilities, but he is not going to take the practice field until they get that resolved. Stephen Jones basically says, we're not there yet, so hopefully they are at least working on it, and quite frankly, I can understand Zack Martin wanting to get a new deal, get this thing done, get this thing out of the way. Jerry, take care of business. Now, we know Brandon Marshall signed with the Seattle Seahawks, which still means that Dez Bryant is out there. And I'm curious how Dez feels right now, knowing that Brandon Marshall, who was injured all of last year, got a job and he is still yet unemployed. I'm still actually mystified on this one, but hopefully Dez Bryant will get with the team soon, because teams are right now implementing their offense. And you need to get Dez Bryant up to speed as quick as possible. In other news, of course, the Cowboys, while we're doing these OTAs, the Dallas Cowboys have been basically taking Sean Lee and roping him to a chair. Because basically, that's what you have to do with Sean Lee. Sean Lee is a guy who, if it were a horror movie, he'd be the creature that's coming after you. You blow off an arm, and he's still coming after you. You blow off the other arm, he's still coming after you. You shoot off a leg, he's dragging himself still. You get the other leg, he's rolling to come get you. That's Sean Lee. Sean Lee does everything full speed. He doesn't half-ass anything. And he wants to be out there with everybody else working. But here's the reality. Sean Lee is one of the smartest linebackers out there. You've seen clips of him actually telling the coach, what you're asking to do physically is not able to do, and here's the reasons why. And the coach looking dumbfounded. Maybe that's why they got a new linebacker coach. He wants to be out there. But the training staff is like, look, OTAs don't mean anything with you. We need you for games. We need you for the long haul. So I'm kind of happy about that. You'll remember back in 2013, first practice OTAs tore up the knee. So, yeah, let's take it easy on these guys. Let's get them to training camp healthy, so that way we can hopefully start the season with everybody on the field. Randy Gregory, his application is into the NFL. Now it's a waiting game. The NFL has 60 days to decide. Hopefully it won't take them 60 days, because you want to get him back on the field before training camp, if at all possible, or at least at the beginning of training camp. And we are, guys, 2 months away from training camp. Less than 2 months away from training camp. So it's coming hard and fast. Hopefully they'll get that situated and done, and maybe we'll see him on the field, and let's hopefully keep him on the field. Now, the Dallas Cowboys, with Dez Bryant, no matter how you feel about Dez Bryant was an emotional guy on the sideline, a guy who would get people fired up and things. He's gone. We know Tony Romo retired and went to the booth. He's gone. And now Jason Witten as well. So that's a leadership vacuum that has been created. And the question is, who's stepping up? Who is going to be the true leaders? Because clearly this is now, like it or don't like it, Dak Prescott's team. We're either going to win or lose on Dak Prescott. He's already beginning to take a leadership role. But I think you're also going to see Zeke Elliott. I feel like Zeke Elliott has done a complete 180. And understand, the guy is still pretty young. I mean, Michael Anthony Fitness over there is about 5 years older than he is. So when you think about maturity levels and being in the spotlight, having all of the fame and money and women and everything else, you feel a little wild. I know when I first went to college, man, I got the nickname Crazy Mark. So after having all of that drama last year, actually for 2 years, the investigation, the suspend, no suspend, suspend, and I shall not fight no more forever, finally conceding, having football taken away from him, I think it all of a sudden changed him and made him realize football's not forever. Football can be taken away on one play. Football can be taken away by the NFL. So I better embrace this and hold on to it for as long as I can. And I think he is going to be coming out hungry. I mean, it's going to be not just one hand feeding, he's going to be two-handed feeding. He wants to put a thumb up the nose of the NFL. He wants to go out there and prove himself. He wants to put everybody else on his back as he gets out on that field. And quite frankly, I'm excited about it. I think the Cowboys in general have a lot to prove. When you have all of these talking heads that tell everybody that Dak Prescott's a fourth-round quarterback, that he's a bum, the Cowboys wide receivers are less than mediocre, that the Cowboys defense is suspect, that these guys, these young pups, are getting chips on their shoulders, that they're going to be out there to prove everybody else wrong. They're hungry. They've seen what the frickin' Philadelphia Eagles have done. And for the most part, everything is hunky-dory. Yeah, I know, we got Zack Martin's contract to deal with. Yeah, I know, we got Terrence Williams that's there. But at least with Terrence Williams' situation, you're not really held hostage. The Cowboys can do one of three things. They can stand by Terrence Williams and say, you know what, we drafted you in 2013. You know, for the most part, you've stayed out of trouble and stuff. We're going to stand by you, man. Your contract is not that expensive. You know the system. Wow. I don't know if that was a sign. Now that was crazy. You know the system, and we're going to stick with you. Or they could cut him. Just say, you know what? We got plenty of guys in here. You know, we brought in Hearns. We drafted Michael Gallup. You know, we got Cole Beasley. We got Noah Brown. We can just move on and take the $5 million cap hit. Or they can wait and see what the NFL does. If the NFL suspends him for any length of time, then they can void his contract and save the $5 million. Because here's the deal, too. Terrence Williams is out with a fractured foot. Nobody has said how he fractured his foot. More than likely, it is speculated that he did that on his own. It didn't happen with the team. Didn't happen during the season. So maybe you start wondering, are you really focused on football? Putting yourself in the position that you did, wrecking your car, allowing somebody else to wreck your car and to be drunk in public, you know, where last year you were out racing barefoot a guy in front of a strip club. If there's an out, we can end up getting back some of that money. See my point? But that gets you up to speed, guys, on everything that is the Dallas Cowboys. I've got to ride to Waynesboro to take care of some business this morning, hopefully before the rain comes in. And as always, friends, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. I will see you guys soon.